10 Google projects that will change the world. Project Soli is an advanced technology that recognizes human gestures using radar. It then uses our gestures as a way to interact with just about anything we want it to. This interaction sensor fits into a tiny chip, and it can recognize even the most precise of movements. The obvious applications of this technology will be onto smartphones, watches and cars, but Google says the possibilities are limitless and it could even be applied to toys and furniture. Using virtual DARs, it can easily be used with the smallest of displays, and it will quite literally let us interact with the world around us. Self-driving cars. A vehicle that uses radar, GPS and computer vision to drive you around whilst you just sit back and enjoy the view. Advanced technology allows the car to travel with absolutely no human input. It can interpret routes, obstacles, and they can even read and follow signs. There are over 1 million road accidents every year worldwide, so the biggest benefit from this technology is that it will save lives. So far, Google's self-driving cars have only ever crashed once, and that's after 1.4 million miles of testing. Google have partnered with a Swiss pharmaceutical company called Novartis to develop a contact lens that constantly measures glucose levels. The lens uses sensors in between two soft layers. A tiny hole in the lens allows fluid to enter. The sensor then tests it and transmits the data to the user's smartphone. Google said this will help diabetics worldwide. It eradicates the need to constantly perform painful blood tests. Although all that is pretty amazing, that's not the only benefit of the Google Lens. They're currently working on ways so that the Google Lens can be another option to glasses and the standard contact lens, a solution that can be permanently fitted to the eye and help restore the eye's natural focus. Project Wing. This project is a service that will use drones to deliver parcels. The prototype is 1.5 meters wide and 0.8 meters tall. It covers 5 miles in around a minute and it delivers packages by lowering them down with a line. It will use infrared beams to locate the delivery address and to drop the parcel off. And this drone delivery service is currently being tested in the outback of Australia. Whilst Amazon did start working on this before Google. Google's version will come with an aviation control system and the drones will fly higher and faster. Project Jacquard. Google's advanced technologies and projects have teamed up with Levi's Jeans to create a conductive yarn. This yarn can be put into your clothes and it can sense touch, proximity and pressure. This ambitious project will allow you to use your clothing to do things like turn on your lights or interact with your smartphone. The conductive yarn can be woven into pretty much anything. For example, our jeans, our jackets, or if we wanted to, our socks. Although the possibilities are endless and it could be used for, say, the fitness industry. Google's main aim is to let our clothes interact with the digital world around us. So there will be less people with phones at their dinner table and less people with their heads constantly in their screens. Project Ara. Project Ara is a program that aims to develop modular smartphones. The platform will consist of a structural phone base which can then be customized to however the user wants it. You can put in an extra battery, slide in a display or a camera if you wish. The real benefit will be that it reduces global electronic waste by us not having to upgrade our phone to the latest model as new technologies come out. You'd simply just buy the module that contains the upgrades and slide it in. Makani Power. This project has been developed in a secret research centre and it's one of the most game-changing projects yet. Makani Power is all about making clean energy accessible for everyone by using what's basically a wind turbine attached to a kite which has been dubbed the Energy Kite. The kite can fly at high altitudes where there are stronger and steadier winds. That means it can generate more electricity than a normal turbine. The kite also costs a fraction of what a normal turbine does, and it only consists of a kite, sensors, a ground station and a computer. In fact, the Energy Kite uses 90% less materials than a standard turbine, and it produces 50% more energy, and they can also be installed pretty much anywhere. Project Loon. So we just spoke about Google wanting to supply clean energy all over the world. Project Loon wants to do almost the same, but instead to supply an internet connection. The project uses high altitude balloons to provide internet access to some of the most remote areas in the world. There will be countless balloons floating around high in the sky that will all combine to make an aerial wireless network. A user would connect to their nearest balloon, and then that connection is transferred from balloon to balloon. Currently there's around 5 billion in the world without internet access. Google's desire to get these people online was considered crazy, hence the project was named Project Loon. Project Tango. This project wants to get our smartphones, our tablets and our watches to be able to sense their position in the world around us. They will then use GPS and other signals to be able to do things like measure distance, navigate and perform 3D mappings, which can then be turned into virtual 3D worlds. This technology will give mobile devices a sense of space, and they'll enable everyone to understand their surroundings. It lets users know their surroundings at all times, whether they're in a building or, say, a remote cave in New Zealand. Project Kaliko, Google's quest for immortality. Google have invested a massive chunk of its vast financial wealth into figuring out how to slow down the aging process. They've even said that they could discover the key to aging within a couple of years. Kaliko is the name of the Google-backed biological life extension company that will also focus on curing things like cancer and other diseases. They have a $1.5 billion research center, and the goal is regenerative medicine, a medicine that replaces or regenerates human cells, tissues, or organs to restore or establish normal function. They have all the funding required for the research and some of the smartest people in the world working on it, so someday maybe, just maybe, we could all live forever. Well, at least for a little bit longer. And that brings this list to an end. I jolly well hope you liked it, and as always, thanks for watching.